everybody, it's a Cozy Duck here. It's my first stream, or I guess recorded Animal Crossing video. I thought I would start by showing off my island. I finally finished it. This is my first island ever, so be nice, please. It was basically me just learning how to play the game and also learn what builds I wanted to do. So that being said, this island is pretty chaotic. It has a couple of different themes. I would say that mostly it's like French whimsy academia, sort of. We're hip, we're smart, and we're fun here. So that's my story. I'll show you all my map here. I'm Squid Duck. I am also a bit of a loner gamer, so I made two other profiles so I could have more houses and more things on my island because I had a bunch of different ideas. But yeah, this is my main character, and then I made the witch and the herbalist, and they have little sort of backstories that I'll tell you when we get to the house. Oh, my island's name is Wisterna, by the way. I wanted it to sound kind of like whimsy, so I was going for the wh sound, and Wisterna sounded cool to me. So anyway, that is my island. My island flag is our coffee beans is of coffee beans. I didn't make it myself. I found it on the custom codes platform, and I liked it, so it's there now. This is my first ever island tour. I may have to edit some stuff out because I'm not used to talking in like a continuous stream, so it won't be like a straight through, no edits, no cuts sort of thing. Let's go. I'll show you my entrance first. I really like this one. It's very, I wanted to keep it elegant, but still kind of city core, but like maybe vintage city core. I'm not sure. I wanted it to be kind of like a communal park area, and it leads right to my town hall there, looking cute with Apple doing yoga and Tom brooding about. But yeah, this is my little park area. People can come in and play chess, withdraw money for the shopping centers and stuff. Just come in and chill. Like a little back area. I was inspired a lot by some European cities that I kind of made up in my mind, but also like old spots of Chicago and like old buildings of Chicago. So I was really inspired by the architecture out there. So yeah, this is my entrance. We'll go to the left a little bit, and then I want to go to the right. Mostly, I just want to show you this building here with the entrance because I wanted to make like apartment buildings. So I pieced together a bunch of the medieval buildings with some pillars and some simple panels, and or I guess rather these are the standees, but I thought it looked cool and it gave that like big building vibe that I wanted. Especially that's Renee's house up there, and I thought it added like a good second story. Okay, cool, so we'll go this way. I'll try to stop saying okay, cool, but you know, I don't know how to transition yet. So this is my French museum cafe, because a lot of museums that I've gone to, especially bigger museums, will have like a little coffee cafe. It's not quite a stand, it's more just like its own counter within the museum. And I always thought that was really cool that you could like get an espresso and chill out and look at some crazy old paintings. So I wanted to recreate that here, and then we have a French person working the counter. So once you get your coffee, you can come over here and enjoy it in this little waterfall nook and sit in front of the museum, drink your espresso, eat your croissants and other French tasteful things. I don't know exactly what's on that plate there, but looks good whatever it is. And then over here, if you wanted, you could get some art lessons from little Bebop Gyroid over here. I don't know their names, but I thought this one was really cute and kind of reminded me of like just a really wholesome, like I don't know, like fun teacher. It's the vibes that I got because it's so colorful and like cute looking, and the way that it talks, it's kind of like it's just going off on how to paint this glorious painting, this scenic painting. So all of these gyroids are learning how to paint. And you can come over and wash your brushes here. And bold move, but the museum decided to display some ancient artifacts out here as well. And this is a very wholesome island, so we don't have any thieves, luckily. And this one is painting the lighthouse over there, off in the distance. Let's take a look. It's nothing too crazy with my museum. I didn't want to block the entrance because I do use this museum and I'm still filling it up and donating all those creatures and all that good stuff. But I thought it would be fun to have dinosaurs coming out of the museum. So I have my Triceratops over here, which is my husband's favorite. And then I have a T-Rex coming out over here, which I thought was just classic and looked really cool against the sky and gave the museum a little extra punch. Oh, I have my villagers call me my strawberry because I think that's just so cute. Pashmina! Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry, not right now. I'm on a tour. The people have to know what the island is. Also, she just came to my house. I'll have to like write her a letter or something. I feel like villagers get in this mode where they just like are extra like wanting to hang out, and they'll come over and write letters and ask me to come over, and I don't know if it's to make up for the fact that I've been running around my island for months and not talking to people, and so it's always just one will like decide that they really want to be besties. Anyway, so here is the lighthouse. This is what I did with my peninsula. Nothing too wild, just some custom codes. Again, I didn't make any of these custom codes. I am not that savvy for how to do that, but I really liked this one and thought it looked kind of nautical shipwrecky. You know, we'll go this way and then we'll go back. So this is a bit of like a luxury beachfront. I wanted a place where people could come and just relax and drink coffee. I have this, again, very fictional, but I have this European town in my mind where everyone is just like has time luxury, where they can just come over and they can chill and they can drink their coffee by the ocean before they go to work. And then they bike to work and it's such a pleasant day and it's just gorgeous weather all the time. So that's what I based this off of, this fictional European style town where people can, you know, relax and kick back and enjoy the beach and the ocean. Oh, and then of course I have lifeguards because very important that people don't drown. And also, we've seen the size of the fish out there. There's some crazy creatures, so we gotta make sure that none of those creatures drag our villagers into the bottom of the ocean. Excuse me, Pytro, you're in my way. Okay, I'll come this way. If Sylvana... I like these stores that have things from all around the world in them, and there's this one in Tempe, Arizona, actually, that is like a little hole in the wall off of Mill Avenue, and um, holler at me if you're familiar with this, but you basically like go down this brick back alleyway behind the shops, and then there's this cool store just tucked in the back, and there's no like massive sign or anything out on the walkway, so you would never know that it's there unless you just kind of wander in there. But it has all sorts of things, and the owners travel around the world and bring back things for their shop, and that is how they fill their entire shop. So I made a little tiny, tiny, tiny version of it, not nearly as jam packed as they managed it, but I wanted to include it on my island because I thought it was so cute, and it kind of um, goes along with my well-traveled European sort of theme. And then over here, neighboring, is a little candle shop. I don't know if it'll let me see through the house. Oh yeah, it will. Oh, I did not mean to sit. Cool. So then if you go over here, we have the town hall again. And then over here, we have Miss Judy's house, which we can go in there. Watch this be the only one I didn't decorate. I'm pretty positive I decorated all of them. Or maybe just most of them. Oh yes, I did. Okay, good, good, good. Little Miss Judy's exercising. I wanted to give her a sort of cutesy, bougie apartment because I feel like that. Oh my god, she's really straining. You might want to sit down, Judy. Oh god, she's about to pass out. I think that that fits her personality of just like very elegant and well put together, but also very cutesy. And I see her as being kind of a crafty gal, like, is one to do arts and crafts and puzzles. Anyway, she's one of my favorite villagers, so yeah, I had to make her place cute. Sorry, Judy, we're not talking today. Okay, so this one's Goose. Goose is my bestie. He was one of the first villagers on my island, and we all have that villager that we feel sentimental about, and for me, Goose is that. And he's in here building away. Go, Goose, go. What are you building? Oh no, don't out me. Okay, what'd you build? Tell us. Jungle flooring. Or could have been dehydration. Yeah, everyone stay hydrated. See? Goose is the best. Yeah, I want to make some jungle flooring. Jungle flooring. Yeah, that sounds good. Sweet, thanks, Goose. Yeah, I got you. I can read Chicken Scratch. Okay, so Goose. He is, of course, a jock villager. I decided to do a sort of like Zen exercise apartment for him because I wanted him to have like a very wise and centered, but still obviously a gym rat type living situation because I feel like that suits him very well. He has pretty much just the essentials in here. He doesn't like the extra fluff, just something to cook with, you know, a little bathroom, a place to hang dry his clothes, because I'm pretty sure he just cleans his clothes in the shower and then comes over here and sleeps, and then has, of course, his workout equipment. So this is a like weird space that I decided would be really cute to have a riverside apple sippin' type place. I don't think I can sit with it. I don't think I can sit with this lantern because it's not letting me. No. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I wanted people to be able to sit and enjoy their champagne or sparkling apple cider here, and then fresh squeezed apple juice. You can also buy applesauce and apple jams, which I think is technically applesauce, but I decided in my head that apple jams would be really cute. And then I have a little place where the fresh apples are grown and picked. So that was pretty much the lower right half of my island. We're gonna go back through my entrance and then go over to the lower left. Oop. I was looking at my mini map. Okay, cool. So we run past these apartment buildings and we're gonna tuck over here where I'm sure you saw a bit of earlier, but have just a little beachside movie hangout where you can just sit and watch rom-coms or whatever you want to watch. I would probably watch a rom-com here really late at night, just by myself, chilling with my snacks and hanging out by the ocean. That sounds amazing to me. We're gonna go up here and you can see Renee's house. She is sort of the star of my entrance a bit. I wanted to give her like a elevated urban living sort of luxury patio. Like, she's doing real good over here. So for Renee, I kind of went off brand for this one and mostly just had fun. She kind of gives me like punk rocker vibes, and so I wanted her to just have a really like cool but cutesy room and still bright and lively because I feel like that's Renee. I'll say hello. Oh my god, they're outing me. Yes, yes. And that French at the end means live and laugh. I thought it was cute. I'm learning French, so I'm not sure if that's actually accurate French, but I figured having my villagers say cute things would help me to learn it a little bit. Then, which direction to go? We can go over here. This is my little flower shop. This is one of the first things that I built on my island. So it's not super extravagant or layered or anything, but I thought it was pretty cute, so I kept it as is and didn't rebuild it or anything. And I thought it was really funny and cute to have a gnome working at the flower shop, so you can come up and order flowers from him. And then, of course, they grow all the flowers, I want to say in-house, but it's not a closed building, so in their own little private garden. Hello, Apple. And then over here, I have a little used bookstore. I really loved the Lord of the Rings patterns that I found on the custom codes site thing. And once again, I did not make these, but the Baggins Book Bazaar just sounded perfect, and I really love Lord of the Rings. So, this is my little Lord of the Rings used bookstore bin. And then I have my record store. This, I put surf music in because I thought it was cute, but you can come in and flip through vinyl and yeah, find some unique finds that you wouldn't find on other islands maybe. We got a KK shirt in the front, of course, because we got a rep. And then Kid A in the back there because I really like Radiohead. But yeah, I wanted to make a cute little vinyl store, and then over on the side here where you can listen to vinyl and hang out by the river. The headphones, again, we don't have thieves here, so we can just leave them outside for the community to use, and we'll just pretend like there's sanitation in between and there's no problem. Let's see, I'll go. Sorry, this is kind of a chaotic tour. I don't have like a very seamless flow for my island. Some people can have it to where you just walk one path and you go throughout the whole island, which is fantastic, and they're so talented, but I definitely did not do that. So we'll be kind of running around like a crazy person. But that's okay, we'll see everything. I maybe see everything twice accidentally. So, this is my bakery. It's quite a large build, but I wanted to pay tribute to baked goods, so I made it quite big on purpose. This is sort of reminiscent of a coffee slash bakery in Chicago that I really liked, that was pretty big and had a pretty big kitchen in the back, which I thought was cool. And then they had a patio too. This patio is definitely more polished than the one there was, because we have like wood and tiling and stuff, concrete tiling, I don't know what that's called, but in Chicago it was like broken pavement, and then you're surrounded by basically other buildings that were not very pretty. We'll go with like slimy industrial vibes, but I really liked it. So I sort of recreated it here, but just kind of elevated it to not be as sketchy. But yeah, so this is my bakery. You can come out here and enjoy some high-end tea. They sell the finest teas in this bakery. You can come in and have a whole tea set made for you, as well as, of course, baked goods, because bakeries do the baked goods thing. I'm going to show you my house first because we're here and it makes, I think, more sense. I made sort of a witchy house. I wanted it to be kind of spooky, and I also wanted it to be the only all-black building on the island. And I also have all black flowers in my garden. And I have my own waterfall. I went real extra on this. I'm sure I could have made it more extra, but this is what I got for now. And I extended the house with medieval walls in the back too. Let's go in, I decorated. Okay, so you walk in. I did do sound effects for each room because I wanted it to be very immersive and relaxing. This is my living room slash walk-in closet. Since I'm the only gal, that lives here, I figured it was fine to have an open closet wardrobe changing area situation just in the middle of my living room, because why not? And I feel like really the only downside is that sometimes my villagers knock and bust through the door without waiting for a response. So hopefully I'm not changing during that time, but at least there's things to block, so I'm usually like hiding behind this wardrobe. So if they're walking through the front door and I'm butt naked, they don't see me. Oh, I want to go over here actually first. Okay, so full disclosure, definitely stole this build from another creator. I don't remember who it was, unfortunately, because it was just a video island tour that I saw. But I really liked the window thing that they did with the rain, and I decided to make it into a study. Yeah, I'll show you how I did it, in case it's also magic to you. But they used the climbing walls with the jail bars, and I thought that was so cool because they're pretty much the same height. And then they used the raining wallpaper on the back there, but not on the full room, so it just looks like you're looking out the window. Okay, let's go over to this room. This room is, I don't know if I should tell you. Don't want to spoil it. It's my bathroom. I wanted it to be very soothing, so I chose the color green. And we have little squeakers hanging out in the tub shower area. This is my basement and my kitchen. Made this sort of a jungly kitchen. I wanted it to feel bright. I was picturing like an orange and not just because the floor is orange, but like citrus. When I was making this, I wanted it to feel like when you peel into an orange, that feeling, that like brightness that immediately just pops out. I wanted it to feel like that. Because I feel like I see so many super bright white colored kitchens. And so I wanted to see if I could make a warm toned kitchen feel bright too. And I think I did it. But let me know if you disagree. Yeah, that's my little kitchen. Let's go upstairs. Okay, so this is my bedroom. I wanted it to be a sanctuary, a sanctuary where I can come over and I can read and just relax, unwind, have maybe a friend over to read with me. Of course, go to sleep too. Oops. And I wanted it to be kind of like soothing but cutesy. I know that these colors are a little crazy, but I just kind of wanted a room with all sorts of things that I liked, and I didn't find a whole lot of spaces to put like cutesy floral girly things around, so I stuck them mostly here where I could, in my bedroom. Marvelous. Okay, let's go. Oh, again with choices. We'll go over here. We'll keep on theme. I'll take you all where the theme is consistent, and then we'll go to the crazier areas. Once you cross over the bridge here, you get into my shopping district. I have Nook's Cranny here, and of course, Able Sisters. And then I have a library here, and I really liked that this fake art here had a book, and he's kind of hiding his, his parts with the book too, so it's a little less awkward to have this just like giant naked man on my island. But yeah, I liked that he had a book and he was sort of just looking towards the library. And then this is, let me see if I can get a good perspective shot. Okay. So, there was this really, really cool reading treehouse when I was in, I think, kindergarten. They had like, you walk into the classroom and then there was just this huge like treehouse thing that you can crawl into, and there was all these pillows and just stacks and stacks of books that you could just curl up with and hang out, and it was really cozy. And I wanted to do something like that for, I call this the kids area in my mind because of that, but realistically adults could come and hang out here too, of course. And honestly, if this were real, I'd probably hang out here myself. And then I also really love how libraries have these public computers for people to use if they don't have computers at home or just need one on the fly, I guess. So I put them here for villagers and community to use. this person's looking at books too. Another perspective shot, and then you can throw things away in the trash on the way out too. And then over here is our main coffee shop. So we have the main barista area here, and I went so many times to Brewster to get this darn, oh, is it called a percolator? This like bubbly thing. Let me see if I can, oh, I'll go into handheld and show you, oh, if it'll let me. There we go. Yeah, this thing. It's so cool looking, and I bet it makes such amazing coffee. But I wanted it really badly for my massive coffee shop, or my main coffee shop. And they keep their coffee up here, and this is the barista here. Little buzzing station to get rid of your dishes. And also, people on this island are super nice, and they bring over their dirty dishes from their tables over here to make less work for the barista, because it is only one barista that works here and works the entire shop. You can come over here and drink your coffee by the waterfall. See the forest up there. This is Filbert's house. He has his cute little laundry out here and gets a lot of privacy with this tree and these bushes because people do sit over there and drink their coffee, so I didn't want him to feel like his privacy was jeopardized, so I sort of just made a little wall, non-wall for this. Let's go. Oh my gosh, decisions again. We will go this way. Yes, I'm deciding. This, I was watching Katie on Calico, and she was talking about how cool it is to have double bridges in a shot, and I really wanted to challenge myself to see if I could do that. So that's precisely what I did, and I succeeded. I'm very proud of this. I know it's not something too crazy, but I did get the double bridge in the same shot, and I'm very happy with how it came out. Over here, I have a little farmer's market. I wanted it to have fresh produce, and since we are on the ocean, there's fresh fish too. And then, of course, the flower shop has a stand here and sells their flowers. And then if we come over here, I have a little coffee stand. And this one's an itty bitty one. It's mostly for like practical purposes instead of for chillin'. And then with a little magazine stand, and as I'm sure you're seeing the train signs around, it's because that coffee shop is for a train station. So I have my train station here. I'll do the camera thing so y'all can see. Doing the thing where we go up and then we click and then we go up some more. Okay, cool. So this is my train station. I wanted to see if I could make it look like a big building because I didn't want it to be just this tiny thing. I feel like train stations are rather grand most of the time, specifically thinking of like Grand Central Station in New York. But yeah, that's what the little coffee shop over here is for. You can see my little character. Hello. And then they have a lot of ivy and stuff growing on the sides because I really like alive aesthetics. Let's take a look at the train. This is my train. I think it's so cute. I love this thing. That concludes the train station. I made this diagonal path. It's sort of random. I just kind of wanted to see if I could make a diagonal path because I was seeing them on other people's islands and I thought that they were really cool. So we have one just kind of cutting through. And this is the bridge that you saw earlier with the bakery. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna go a little chaos mode here. And I'm gonna show you things that aren't necessarily on brand with the same aesthetic, but are close, so it makes sense to go this way. Let's do it. Oh, I guess I shouldn't just book it through the whole thing. This is the bridge and the spooky area. We'll go in there in a second. First, we're gonna go down here, though. Yay! I made a pirate ship. Okay. I put waterfalls over there. I was inspired a bit by Sea of Thieves for this one because they have like really amazing landscaping for where you can put your ship, and there's parts of the map where you can like tuck yourself into little coves, and I always thought that was so cool, so I kind of wanted to recreate it here as much as I could with waterfalls. And of course we have Captain over here. He's chilling. And you can also fish. I wanted him to be sort of a fishing boat where you can go out and catch, I guess, dried squid based on what's on here, but other things too. And then it's also, I wanted it to be a like fish market, but like a spooky one that they're selling fish that they're not supposed to, black market fish, because pirates, and they do things they're not supposed to. But they're still living a life of luxury somehow, so they have yachts and a very nice patio. And if you come over here, it's back. The black market fish market. Where you can get illegal fish and illegal squid and illegal coffee. Spooky. Who would have thought? Okay, so to continue with those spooky vibes, we'll go over here. And this is the herbalist's house. So the herbalist is supposed to be like the witch doctor, and she does all of the medicinal stuff for the villagers on the island. She has a very spooky yard that has magical reasons as to why it is a spiral that even I don't know. So when you first walk in, I wanted it to be very, very silent because this is a place of medicinal study, but also this is the business area of the herbalist house. So you come over here and you can wait if you're like waiting on someone. This is like the waiting room. And then over here, this is where you can get your fortune told and stuff. She'll sit in my seat, and then you can sit in the guest seat there and get your fortune told. I'll do a little pan too. And then if you come over here, this is where she grows all the stuff to make potions and other tinctures. So this is, I called it the green room because I'm a theater kid at heart, but this is the green room plant style, so it's where the plants go to prep for their show. And she writes down things here because, you know, she keeps track of things and writes them down. Another thing that I wanted to do for this witch house is to incorporate anything that could be ritualistic. So a lot of people find cooking to be their ritual, or, you know, they can incorporate magic into cooking. And so I wanted to showcase that here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And of course it's dark because it's spooky. She's a witch. And the witch's bathroom. Again, another place that could be ritualistic. Again, spooky. So, this is the witch's study. This is where she comes in and really puts her head down and studies ancient herbal remedies and medicines and magic. My pan is not as smooth as I've seen other people do. We'll do it. We'll do it. Fancy. Okay, I got it. That was a smooth pan. Pow, pow. Okay. Upstairs is extra spooky. So, this is where you go if you're real messed up and you need those super dank potions. She comes in and she brews the bubbly, slimy stuff. She makes you all better. This is all of the strongest tinctures in that cabinet. She comes in and she thinks real hard. So the thinker is here. And she's got water pouring out all over the place because she's really making those potions. Coming in and you're real sick. You're not feeling too hot. And you're just waiting here for her to brew up some crazy potion to make you better. I can't even get to this thing. Okay, there we go. Yeah. This is her ER. The witch ER. There we go. Let's go over here. Ah! Okay, so this is like a really, really nice luxury spa in like kind of a crazy part of town because the villagers are a little ooked by the herbalist because she's a spooky witch and very mysterious. But this spa is the best spa in town because it's isolated and you can come in and you can have your special appointment and it's all you, just you in here, and you can just relax and hang out by the ocean. Yeah, it's a nice time. We're gonna sneak around back here to the strawberry farm. This was me practicing, seeing if I could make things look like things that they're not. So I decided to test it with a strawberry situation. And I also like exerted a bit of my like kawaii aesthetic desire too at the same time. But yeah, the strawberry gal works here and she takes care of the strawberries and the sales part of the little strawberry store. She has a nice time. Okay, we're gonna get real. Oh! Oh my god. I forgot. I totally forgot. There was the second part in the herbalist place that I forgot to show you. Ah! Let's run back quick. It'll still be there. but I totally forgot about this part of my island. Again, the chaos, the absolute chaos. But oh, I'm jumping in places I'm not supposed to. But we'll get there. We're seeing the whole island. Okay, so I just ran over her magic garden. I'm gonna tuck through these trees. I'm gonna climb up this vine. And then I'm gonna go into this cave. And I think I saw this idea on another video island tour. But I wanted it to be so you can go in the cave. And when you go into the cave, you get into like this absolutely strange cyberpunk inspired bar where you can get this futuristic drink situation going on and hang out in this like secret clubhouse. I had a lot of fun building this one. Okay, back to our regular program. So we'll run through the train station and past the farmer's market. Okay, so this is the second part of this area. We have, whose house is this? Tom's house. I did decorate Tom's house. We can pop in here really quick. This is gonna be a heck of a long tour. This is Tom's house. He lives in a very scholarly apartment. I wanted it to be very bougie. And because he's very bougie, look at his fancy, expensive, vintage Japanese blazer. What are you doing, Tom? Oh, oh, they're just roasting me. Oh man. Thanks, Tom. You nearly forgot me. Bye, Tom. And then over here, I thought it would be really cute to have a shoe polishing station over by the train station. So you can come in and get your shoes polished before going to wherever you're going, so you look real spiffy. And then over here, tucked in between the houses, I have this jazz club. So this is the jazz club where you can come in, you can sing, and you come over and get champagne and hang out with your cool friends and the cool couch. And feel real spiffy. And of course, Tom lives in front of the jazz cafe. That just makes so much sense to me. Alrighty, let's venture onward. This is the farmer's market, just to keep you oriented. Okay, we're going to veer off trail and go into the forest. Let's go over here. Oh my god. Oh, but how pleasant. Let's climb up here. I didn't know. So, this is an overlook. As I'm sure you can tell because you're overlooking things currently. Look at the boats! They're on the water and they are doing the boat thing. They are floating. They are floating their boats on the lake. Climb down this vine here. We're getting real crazy climbing up the sides of cliffs. And then over here, this is the coffee shop from earlier. So this is the forest that you saw in the background. And then through here, I have my little camping area. I designed this area with my husband in mind because he really loves camping and being outdoors, and I thought that he would really like having this gorgeous lake behind him and boats off in the distance, so cool. And then his own little kitchen where he can, you know, cook his snacks and whatever else, hang out by the fire. Oh, there we go. And then he has a little waterfall too. And all of the trees, of course. Oops, I'm scaring the bugs. There's an overview too. And then of course when there's campers that come and stay, it looks really nice. Let's go back through the wilderness and carry on. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's go into the fairylands now. So you've seen a lot of vintage town aesthetic that's like French/European, and we still have a little bit of that left, but we're gonna take a side tour and we're gonna go into Fae time. Let's go. This is the start of Faeville. Whoop. This is one of the first things I did for my island, was make a heart island on my island. Let's see if I can... It's hard to get it all. There we go. Oh, I can turn the guide off. Let's do that. Yeah! You can come in and have a little picnic and just hang out. I also wanted a place to put all of my lilies of the valley too. My island, I don't think, is a 5-star anymore because I was getting yelled at for having so many items on my island. But when it was 5-star, I was getting lots of these lily of the valleys, and these are all homegrown, baby. I didn't buy the seeds from treasure islands and such. They're all genuine, but none have sprouted recently, so I think I'm getting a little cluttered for that 5-star action. And of course, my secret beach is very secret because it's very whimsical. You can come in, hang out, look at the ocean, with the cloud maker, you can look at the stars. I pictured this to be a really good place to drink like strawberry green tea, like iced strawberry green tea, and like have biscuits or something, cookies, for like a snack. Very whimsical, living that whimsical life. Yay! Running through flowers. Let's go into my tattoo shop. This is the tattoo studio of the island. We have the apprentice here that is working the front desk that takes your like scheduled appointments and stuff, where you sign in and you sign all your documents and all of that stuff. They also are practicing drawing because they eventually want to be a tattoo artist, and one of the artists is making a stencil here at the stencil machine, about to tattoo somebody. And if you listen real carefully, you can hear the tattoo machine sound. And I guess I should explain a little bit. I am a tattooed artist, so I decided to wear all black for my tattoo artist costume outfit thing, because no matter how careful I am, usually get black ink on my clothes, so I just started wearing all black in case I did. It was not a problem, so that is why she's wearing all black. Okay, let's change her outfit. Anyway, I made a little vineyard here, so you can come in and enjoy farm fresh champagne and farm fresh foods. This is like a farm to table sort of situation here. You can come in and enjoy flowers that were grown on the farm and the food that was grown on the farm and the champagne or wine that was grown on the farm. All here. This person's a very hard worker over here, by the way. She does a lot of the planting and harvesting and fertilizing and other farm things. And if you come up here, we have a little garden center where you can come in and buy little plants that they grow on the garden. This person here tends to this store, and there's fresh flowers to buy, as well as a little back area where they prepare all the food and bouquets if you buy a bouquet. And then over here is sort of like a secret beach, except for it's the rocks, so secret rocks. Or you can come over and you can hang out, and you can of course drink your coffee, because there's so many places on this island to drink coffee and hang out and read books. And let's see if I can move over here. I just want to give you an orientation sort of layout, so you know. Over in the back left area, that's the strawberry farm, and then this is where that cave was behind the witch's castle. And so this ladder goes down to things we've already seen. Let's go back through here. I have to sort of run across my whole island now, so I will see you in just a few minutes here, because I won't waste your time running through things you've seen. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so I just ran across the island. I'll pull up my map so you can see where roughly I ran from. So we ran from this area sort of all the way to where the pin is now, to the shopping district. So we've seen all of that top left, pretty much. Yeah, we saw all of the bottom right, all of the bottom left. So all that's left is the upper right, which is the section of the island that we're at right now. So this is wrapping up here, but let's get going. I made a post office, and this is over by Nook's Cranny. I'm going to show you. This perspective is, I feel, the best for this area because it's so tiny and like kind of cramped. Maybe. Oh, I'll go taller. There we go. That's better. So this is the post office. If you get the post Bjork reference, hat tilt to you. This is the post office, where Post Bjork is the main sign on the outside. You walk in and you say hello to the French person that's working the desk and also doing their homework. And they have all sorts of letter keeping areas. This is not the best view. Okay. So you walk in, they have all sorts of letter keeping areas back here. Packages ready to go out, mail that was incoming / outgoing. You can write a letter here and then drop it off over here and have it sent out. Let's run over here now. This is Apple's house, or rather the outside of Apple's house, because Apple is not home. No problem though, because I don't believe I decorated Apple's place very, very good. Okay, let's go over here. We're going to ignore the stuff on the right. Shh, don't look. Okay, so this is the witch's house. We'll go in there after we go up here. But this is the blacksmith area. So you can come in, and this is supposed to be a place where people can learn how to do blacksmith stuff and metalworking. And this is supposed to be like the forge. They're making helmets and gear and all sorts of cool stuff. Cool, let's go up here, and I gotta change outfits for this one. Okay, so this one is my giant school. I was watching a lot of Gossip Girl and doing up my island, and I really wanted to make a giant Ivy League type school, or rather just like Gossip Girl inspired school. So all very posh, and like I imagined maybe this is Blair and this is Serena, and Serena for some reason is teaching. I don't know what she's teaching, but she's teaching things. Blair is coming out from the library, of course. And there's a little courtyard where they can do chess competitions by the ocean, because of course they have chess competitions overlooking the ocean. And everything's just very posh and bougie, and they have their own water fountain and their own little gazebo area. And everything's just very proper out here. And this overlooks the library too, so it's very old-timey academic vibes. And if they so wish, they can come down over to the witch's house, which is actually just a giant cafe for the school. Or not a cafe, but yeah, a cafe. Like a little coffee shop, coffee house is what I was going for. You can come in and get your coffee, your daily espresso before having to gossip on the steps of of the school. And back here we have a break room. And I wanted it to feel like realistic to how break rooms generally feel, and just they're like sort of cramped, and there's just stuff everywhere from employees, using it throughout the day and just not having time to clean it up. So we have homework back here, and like someone's sugar is still out, and then have to use salt and pepper slash spices for people's lunches, like mini kitchen area, and then storage everywhere. And the layout is kind of like made with mixed furniture that was just available from the coffee shop sort of thing. And this is the bathroom for the coffee house. I was inspired by unconventional bathrooms in public spaces where the toilet's in kind of like an awkward area, and they just kind of threw furniture that doesn't really make a ton of sense in the bathroom. Go to this side. I made a secret, more like private sitting area for the coffee house where you can come in and practice chess and pick up any books, just kind of hang out and vibe because moon. So I figured coffee house would go well with like a gamer setup slash what are they called, like LAN party situations where you can come in and like game and have competitions and stuff. And of course you gotta have a place to keep all of your gamer fuel. And then upstairs we have a greenhouse sitting area. You can come in and hang out. This is sort of a separate business. They sell plants and flowers and all that good stuff. Seeds here. This is supposed to be like a seed dresser sort of thing. And you can come over and enjoy your coffee and enjoy the views. Someone rode their bike into work today. Kablammy! Oh dang, this bug's crawling all the way up the stairs. Cardio bug. Okay. Alright, last but definitely not least, in my opinion, we have my little Asia town. I wanted it to be a cute little strip. I really love going to Chinatowns. I haven't been to a Japanese town, but I've heard good things about it. And this is sort of my imagined combo of a like Chinese slash Japanese little Asia town. So yeah, let's go in. This is the view from the very, very front. I wanted it to feel huge and like cramped with lots of things to see. So I guess maximalist would be the aesthetic. Very maximalist. Let's see if we can get that diagonal view. And there's lots of places to eat. So how it works is you check in to this little receptionist here and get your food ticket, and then you can spend your food ticket anywhere. Also like vendor tickets, I guess. So if you're trying to go to the laundromat or, you know, buy some material things, then you can get tickets from here too. And this basically is your in Asia Town money that you go through. So once you check in there and get your tickets, you can come back here. And this is part of the ramen shop that I have in the back there, where you can come over and sit down and enjoy your meal. This is very, very good ramen. Think of the best ramen you've ever had. If you've had a lot of ramen or just best Asian food you've ever had, this is the place. This is the place on the island to get that food. You come over here, you order it from Mr. Gnome, who's the ruler of the ramen stand. And they have mochi too to make boba, which you can see in my hand. I'm drinking boba. So good. Now I can bust up a tree if I wanted. Just Hulk out. And then over here we have the like not as fancy but still really good self-serve ramen area. So you can come in and do up your noodles with fancy veggies and things like that. I was inspired by a 24-hour ramen shop in, I think, Korea. It's like, there's no workers there, so you can just come in and it's the honor system. You pay for whatever you take, and it's 24 hours, so if it's, 2 a.m., you can go get your ramen. And they have basically like instant ramen and then just a whole buffet spread of veggies and things that you can add to it. It's really cool. I wanted to make that. This is definitely very small and does not do it justice. But that's the concept. That's this stand as I fall into the abyss. Okay, let's go over here. So we have our ramens. And then if you come over here, I wanted to do a little laundromat that's like seaside laundromat. So you can come over here and do your laundry, spend your laundry ticket from the receptionist that you got. And then most people just hang out while their laundry's doing the laundry thing, you know? And yeah. Oh, my cat's yelling at me. So if you hear her, she says hello. Hello, Beatrix. Yeah. Alright, well, you've seen... What if I just... Can I... Can I line this up perfectly to where I'm wearing the armor? Let's see. I don't think it'll do it. Okay, anyway. Thank you so much if you watched to the very end. Thank you if you did not. I know you won't hear it, but I appreciate even you clicking on it. I mostly made this island tour for myself because I want to make a new island and I wanted to remember my very first island ever, um, just so I can compare my new builds to where I started from and see my progress and grow and do better and do all those things, and also for nostalgic reasons, of course. So, um, thank you for joining in on the ride, and yeah, I might do more island tours. This was pretty fun. I like talking to invisible friends and going through islands. I do a lot of island tours, a lot on my own, so I'll probably start uploading them to my channel so I can see them again if I want to and reference them back. Also, just to share my Animal Crossing life, because I feel like this community is really amazing from what I've seen so far. So, I love connecting with you all. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whether you're watching this at night or in the morning, whatever. Enjoy the rest of your time on the planet for the day, and I will maybe see you again sometime as I press buttons randomly. Okay, bye!